Hey guys, I think lots of people underestimate the reliance of the mining market on chip foundries like TSMC. Um, People think that, oh, when the Bitcoin price goes up, when it becomes profitable to mine, they just manufacture millions of miners and flood the market and mine for themselves and do all this kind of stuff. Which, the idea is true, right? Of course, mining manufacturers will try to do it, but they'll actually not be able to because you need to get an allocation of wafers allocated to you to produce chips well in advance. You can't just go ahead and say, hey, I want to buy, I want to buy a million chips. It's not that easy. You have to have it allocated well in advance. And because the mining market is not yet so mature and commoditized that there's a steady inflow and outflow of miners all the time, miners are still produced in batches. And every batch needs to be carefully planned by the manufacturers in quantity when they're comparing themselves to their competitors and to the current Bitcoin mining landscape. Um, I think this is especially visible as we see now, where the Apple, Intel, AMD, Nvidia, they're all competing on more capacity being allocated to them by TSMC with the new 5 nanometer process. And of course, miners want to be part of the game too, right? The 5 nanometer is the most efficient technology out there. But they'll be outcompeted by price and by future planning and by profit margins by these big tech companies. So what I'm getting at is I think we're going to not so quickly see a commoditization of Bitcoin miners and Bitcoin hardware. And I think we're going to continue to have this business based about batches. Which batch are you in? Are you in the November? Are you in the December batch? I think these kinds of questions and let's call it growing pains will be with us in the mining industry for quite a while. That means that also in the mining industry, you can't rely on just buying a miner whenever you want, but actually need to also plan in advance, make your market estimations, and do your best to try to predict the future.